Back at it.
Yeah.
What it is. Welcome back. We're recording on that audio, brother.
Yup.
What's the last time we were in the studio was when? It feels like a month ago.
Like a month ago.
Yeah,
It's
it
been a
feels
while.
good, brother.
Feels like a
And
month.
you got cornrows now?
Feels like a month.
Oh, shit. You looking good,
Look like
brother.
you're about to score 15 points and get 3 assists. On
Yeah.
2 rebounds.
I was going to say, that's NBA player fucking haircut right there.
Yeah.
You guys seen this college guy? What's his name? Zach Purr or some shit? He's broke all the NCAA records.
I saw some guy hit like a bunch of 3-pointers the other day.
He's like 7 fucking 10, this guy.
Yeah, they're emerging as a bunch
don't
of...
know.
Type in Zach Purr or something.
ZEC?
Yeah, it's something like
Purr?
that. Yeah, some weird name, like college basketball. He's so tall. Like, on court, he's making everyone look like they're 4'8".
Is he Wembanyama height?
He looks like he's in the 7s, straight up. I don't know if that's his even crazy NCAA number 1 NCAA player.
There's a guy who apparently hit like a bunch of
Was it
points on
Patrick
like
Zeka?
10 threes or some shit, just hoisting up shots. It's kind of weird how the women's basketball is making people feel nowadays.
fucking because of Caitlin Clark, bro.
Well, it's kind of the
Just takes
same.
one name.
It's kind of the same thing. You know what I mean?
All it takes is one name. It's crazy.
Does that make sense? What I just said?
All it takes is that
it's the same
thing. In what sense?
Like, yeah, I couldn't fight a woman because I will win.
have you watched UFC, bro?
No, I'm saying
They'd
like
all fuck
of
you up.
equal. If there's just like a 32-year-old girl that
Oh, you'll fuck her up.
worked in corporate, like I'll fucking destroy her.
Yeah, and then ruin
But-
your life and
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
not.
No,
feel
I'm saying
terrible
like
about
it's
it.
a
So then who
sanction.
wins?
Yeah. Who
it's
really
a
wins?
sanction. It's a sanctioned bout.
Yeah.
I would destroy. But I'm saying in
That's
basketball,
what we need to do. We need to get rid of all this like fucking like cordial rights
true,
and all this
yeah.
bullshit. This is fucking men versus
Sanction a
women.
fight, yeah.
Yeah, just like if they
sanctioned
sign off, fucking let
like
them
if
fight.
Jake Paul can fight Mike Tyson, you telling me there's no like regular
Why can't
ass
you
bitch?
fight Sheila from fucking like Shoppers Drug Mart?
Maybe
like,
she doesn't want to
section?
fight though. That's the problem.
No, but then of course don't have a fight. Then it's an attack. That's
Can
assault.
you call her a pussy if she doesn't want to fight you?
It's assault.
Yeah.
But if she's down, buddy, that's entertainment.
you know what's weird is assault.
bout.
Assault is what you think battery is.
I think we
did
had
talk
a
about
clip
this.
about this, didn't we?
We did this once.
We already clipped this one, bro.
I don't even think we clipped it. Actually, I don't think
Assault.
we clipped it.
So battery is what?
Battery is the just assault is verbal. Assault feels though like I got to physically touch you up.
Yeah, I thought assault. I thought that was
Battery is actually that.
assault. So if
one.
I call you a little like bitch, like all
yeah,
that,
if
that's
you
assault.
slander my name,
Yeah.
yeah,
Italian
that's
muck
assault.
Duke,
That's
fuck
assault.
Luke.
Yeah, it's
He
assault.
goes, that's assault. But
You're
then I
something-
hit you with an elbow, and that's assault and battery.
That's battery. Yeah.
Shit,
If
was
you
it
call
fully
me
charged?
a bitch while you elbow me, that's assault and battery. If you say nothing, that's just battery. So I feel like
How do you get that? Imagine getting battery without assault.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, he kept his lips pretty tight when he hit
yeah.
him.
talking no
It was only
shit.
battery. It was assault and battery. No. Let the record stand. He said nothing as he beat the
Battery.
shit out of
When
him.
you think of the word battery, makes sense. You know, your battery.
battery.
Your battery.
To batter. No, to batter.
To beat. Really.
No, I mean
beatery.
more like for
beatery.
cooking, like batter.
That's what I'm saying. To bat, you batter it.
Yeah. No, you were saying battery like car battery.
No, I'm saying it makes sense when you cook batter.
Yeah.
You batter it.
Yeah, but your example was for the car. You said car battery, like
I didn't
lithium
say- I
ion.
didn't say car battery.
You didn't say lithium ion?
No, you just always thinking of cars and Audis and BMWs.
Mercedes too?
Well, is that what you're
Whatever the mind goes.
sanctioned
brother.
fight against a female woman?
Funny moments for clips. Jordan explains battery and assault. The funniest stuff is how you choose to summarize
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
happening.
yeah.
That's the best part.
Like he lives in Harriston.
Harriston, yesterday we did a show.
Christ.
This place, man. There's these places outside of town. Like there's one guy in the scene. His name is Andrew Packer. Funny guy. He was like the first guy in like the Toronto comedy scene to go out, line up shit, like pick up the phone, try to find random venues and random
Packer,
places.
if this was like the 50s, he would have been like a milkshake door-to-door salesman where he brings a machine.
Oh, Howard. He would have been the Howard Hughes of comedy.
yeah,
You know, he looks like Howard Hughes too.
Kind of, yeah.
Who's that?
Andrew Packer, man.
You know,
no.
like the
Howard
old,
Hughes.
old tycoon mogul.
He
like the
founded,
first mogul before the Rockefellers.
He founded
Or during the Rockefeller.
United Airlines, I think.
Like everything. He like made freaking cars, airplanes, everything. I think Boeing was Howard Hughes originally.
Something like that.
Yeah.
United Airlines was his like airline, and then he
He's like a mogul.
was portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio, who we had an extensive conversation about that last night as well. We should, yeah.
Oh, DiCaprio Pitt?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
that's
get into
that's
that.
a good one.
But anyways, this guy set up a show in a place called Harriston, which is like a 3,000 population. And we go back out there. It's just like a bunch of farmers.
9,000. If we're
Is it 9,000?
Apparently, that's what I was told last night. The figure I was given.
Thrown out.
9,000.
Yeah, did a show out there. I ate dick.
Yeah, you felt like you ate.
I
ate a
dick.
huge.
Yeah, I freaking
panas.
gave this guy the SD card today. Normally, I take off all the footage. I cut it up. I send everybody their footage. I gave him the SD card. I'm like, take your shit. Delete everything else, bro. I don't need it, man.
Well, it's so. The thing is, when you get into this place, it's like a church, but they. It was styled as a theater, so they were always making it a theater no matter what.
This is where pageants happen.
Yeah.
Like there should be 10 girls with makeup on there and a bunch of creeps in the audience.
But the
like,
velvet on the seats and the red carpeting on the stage is like, I don't know, it just feels like something bad happened there.
it's got burlesque vibes.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
just
like
say
an
that.
old, like
No, that actually, now that I think about it, pure porn theater. Right?
Yeah, it just feels like there's no joy in there.
Something happened.
The staff is so nice too. It's almost like it's almost like
overstaffed to the max.
oh god, they had a whole.
There's 9 smiling, like born again Christian 70-year-old white people like that are like fully actually positive, and they're like,
They also had like really nice pressed white shirts for some reason.
Oh, buddy.
like a uniform, like
They all wore the same thing. Yeah, they all decided to just wear black and
They were
white.
coordinated, but it wasn't uniform.
Yeah, and then one lady was like, "I don't work, but when they need me, I'll do it." You know, sometimes
The little circle one?
yeah,
Yeah.
Is that
God bless her.
fat? Is that the little circle?
You said fat. We all connected the
So
dots,
does the
but
doctor.
That's assault, brother. Now if you hit it with an elbow, that's battery. And that's knowledge. We want to
fat.
thank Manscaped
You fat.
for sponsoring this show.
Her identity was telling me that she doesn't work. She's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm fucking, you know,
Like she's retired or something.
Women and old men do that, you know.
Old men,
where they'll just come up to you and be like, "Hey, man, fucking, when I was doing this, it was different."
It's different. They say that to you. I've noticed touring with him. There's a different thing that happens between him and I. Like the older Canadians take to him, share things with him. You know what I mean? The immigrants, they come up and they say some shit to me.
Yeah, they're like happy
the colored
to,
people, like they just want to like touch and like be like.
It's almost like you went through an episode of American Gladiator, and they're like, "Yo, you did.
He's
Good
here,
job, man. You made it."
And then with him, they're like, just like I don't even know what they're saying.
People
but
get so
fully
intimate.
engaged.
People get very intimate with me.
And he told me that, and he's like, people just share things with
I don't want it either. Yeah.
You think you could become a cult leader with that influence?
If I had,
like
if I was mischievous, probably. Yeah.
Like we're talking about the West Coast run with Duval is like, you're like, oh, okay, dope. I didn't hear that shit.
Yeah, he told me everything.
He's pulled you aside like, hey, just so you know, this is what happens.
It's happened to me since inception of comedy. I remember when I first met like some of the older guys, they just told me stuff. Like I didn't ask, and then I would ask other shit, but they would just tell me.
Well, the majority of the older guys are like Canadian, like white guys, and there's a couple that are not, and they tell me the Pedros.
Yeah.
Now, Mike Rita. Shit, like, you know, who's like in the middle because he's Portuguese. But anyways, this place is not a place I would normally go.
Yeah.
This place is, and
You've been there 3 times?
we've been there 3 times now. Cannot get over. It holds 150.
there
We
3
always
times?
cap at 1/3 of the show. Like, despite the fucking efforts of like promoting, it caps at 1/3 for some
I've only
reason.
been
For me,
there twice with you. That's the second time.
I've been there 2 times.
I've been there 3 myself.
Yeah. It's like 2 hours away. You're
actually
in the
nice.
boonies up until 30 seconds. You're fully in flat Saskatchewan style farmland up until like seconds before you enter the. You ever see a rest stop that has like a couple general stores around it, a gas station, then you're back to 90 or 80. It goes to 50. This is a show in that 500 meters of a 50 zone.
Yeah.
We're doing a show there essentially.
Oh, man. Canada's got some weird division between towns.
We'll let Packer figure those out, map them out.
Yeah. It is a nice place, though.
Show wasn't terrible.
Little
I just
ice cream
bombed.
shop. A boss said some things that people didn't care about.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
was there a point? Did you lose them from the beginning, or was it like?
I opened it up.
No, he was fine. He just had moments where, just like
By my standard, it was like that was like
Okay,
a bomb.
Yeah.
Like you know it's a bomb when
You
you don't
bomb.
want, you want to hide, when you don't want to be seen at the end of the
when
show.
the merch table is your worst nightmare.
Yeah. That's when you know you fucking bomb. That's how I read how I truly feel about a show.
It also changed dramatically. When we were saying when I first started, like I let my fiance listen to some of my early stand up. And just letting her listen to it, like a minute or two goes by, and she's like, "No one's made a noise. Is there people there?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is."
But
full. This show's full.
he had a feature about him. I remember at the beginning where he always talked. He'd like he's just making himself kind of laugh and ranting a little bit.
I was also too dominating. Like I would just go up there and my energy would just completely.
All you have to do is stop.
Yeah, I didn't
talking
at
at some
point.
point.
I didn't invite people in.
He just kept going. There wasn't really an entry point for people. They didn't really get it.
Yeah.
But like your style hasn't actually changed that much.
No,
you just know the
I just
beats
know how to
and
fit it in,
pacing.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you bomb in the beginning, it's like a fucking bomb. Like you come off stage and the energy sometimes has changed in the room.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
oh, I just ruined it for other people.
Yeah,
This
like
is-
a huge shatter of glass, and the host has to go up with a broom now.
I didn't even realize. Like one time at the Underground, I came off stage and Max, I don't even think he was trying to be a dick, but he was in this phase in his comedy where he would tell you if you did bad, which actually comedy needs that. So I came off stage and he's like, I sat beside him and he goes, "How'd that go?" like so condescending like that. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know what, it was all right. Like, and I'm saying it's all right. Like, I think I was okay.
Yeah.
So it's all right. It's not as good maybe as I wanted, but it was good. He's like, no, it was.
We need more of that Cellar Patrice thing.
He was like, that was a full bomb what you just did. And I was like, oh. And then it set in on me. I was like, oh yeah, like nobody.
Wait, so you got off stage not even knowing you bombed?
Didn't even realize.
And then he's like,
Well, 'cause at that
you
time-
bombed, dude.
At that time, the thing I would do is like I would go up so much. Like I realize now looking back, the book on me, like Mark Hallworth used to kind of talk shit to me a little bit. He would be like, "You ever just want to like tell a joke?" He's like, "You're so confident up." I'm like, "Well, I'm nervous up there." He's like, "Whoa, you can't tell."
Yeah, people always tell me. I'm like, really? I lost 3 pounds in water weight.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
I'm with the pit stains. There's drops of visible. You couldn't tell, really?
People almost when you start comedy, if you're comfortable with what it is, like for example, you know when you're gonna go do jujitsu, if you tell yourself in the car, you're like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna be physical with people. That's what it is. With comedy, if you're comfortable with, I gotta just talk to people I don't know for 10 minutes. Sometimes that confuses
Yeah.
people. They're like, is this guy good? Is this funny? Like what's because you're just
able to talk.
you're unwavering. If in the beginning, most people will be like, they'll tell a joke and then they'll fucking crumble under the weight.
Out of the silence.
But
of
if
it
you
not
don't crumble,
working.
people like it's almost like you can get them to be like, are you good at this?
Yeah, that's kind of the state I was in yesterday. Where it's like, at this point when I bomb, you can't really tell on stage. Especially
Yeah, you
comedians can tell. They
Yeah.
know I'm obviously, like, especially a section that was like a bomb. That was not good. I kept changing gears. But from their point of view, it's like they may feel it's not working, but they don't know it's a bomb because I'm not like, I'm not really sweating. I'm not really like pacing. I'm just standing
It's a
there.
part of the show with less laughs.
Acknowledging like that didn't work, like acknowledge really there in the moment with them, but still there was like, it was very hard for me to connect with this fucking audience for whatever the fuck, and I'm like swinging and swinging and swinging, and then at the end, you know it's bad when you're like bringing up the next act, AJ Bate smashed, and I'm like, give it up for AJ Bate. They're like, I'm like, come on, make some more noise, and then as I'm leaving, it's like, yeah. And then one lady in the corner, yeah, you did great. I'm like, no.
Oh my god.
When there's that extra supportive white lady, I'm like, just shut up. That's the final nail in the coffin. Like, just don't say anything.
Dude, in Hamilton, I thought I was fine. In Hamilton, I thought the show went really well. And the guy, he was talking to you. He's like, man, great job because you did great. And he's like, oh, opening the show is not easy. See you. Have a good night.
heard that.
Have a good night.
I
was
heard
like,
that. It was an older guy, right?
I was like, I thought it went good.
He killed. He literally killed. And in between Dan and me, you really killed.
I did, yeah.
So it's like, I heard that.
I actually, what's funny is I was
Here's
thinking.
what it is. You closed out the show, right? Here's what happened.
Hamilton.
No, Hamilton.
Oh,
but I'm
Hamilton,
saying
yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Here's the psychology
Yes.
of audience.
Literally, man. Remember?
This is the psychology.
Tell him Squamish
This
after
is,
two.
Okay. See, people, they look up numbers when you come into town.
Yeah.
They think the guy with the higher following is the headliner. Right?
Yeah.
So
Typically, that is the
typically
case.
that's the case, and usually that's how we've been doing it. But now we're switching it up. You know, Jordan's doing more time. We're like, there's no reason for me to only be the only guy closing besides ego, right? So, but when you open, they assume this guy is the opener,
It's like a
and when
hierarchy.
you close, they right away when I'm get first on stage, there's something where they're like, oh, he's the first one, and we're ending with the best one.
Yes. No
Right?
matter what.
No matter what.
If you could be destroying, like people could be holding their sides, but they're like, well,
But you were why would you be
But
at
the
the
next
beginning?
guy's the better guy.
Yeah, and the final guy is the best guy.
The best guy.
I went up, so we're having a great run. So this keeps happening. Like, if you notice, every time I open, I kind of have bad sets.
Well, because you do it less.
I do it less, but like, and you have a better like corralling energy off the top.
yeah.
You really do. You take to it better. I've noticed this where it's like, if we're a relay squad, Jordan's
I
strong
would
number
start.
one,
Yeah.
and he's strong number two.
Yeah.
He's strong to take it and keep running, and he's strong to be the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like that good at number one. I'm stronger if I take it and I can sprint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm better at it like that, which if we think of it like that.
Yeah.
But man, we did a show in Squamish where it's like we just did a run of mad shows
Yeah,
where
they were
we're
great.
doing great shows. People are like fucking giving $100 tips and shit like that.
For posters and shit,
For posters,
yeah.
like. And then we go to Squamish. We're still in, and this is like kind of the most packed show we did in like a little
Well, it's
bit.
a brewery. We had to drive up in like a little bit of a snowstorm. It's a crazy drive. There's fucking trains that appear on the side of this mountain. We get there. The guy is excited. He's like,
So
I'm in
amped.
TV and film. Look at this sound barrier shit that's going to make the sound amazing. I got lights in the back. And there's like a wood bar. It's really nice. But everyone's kind of like brewery seating. What I mean by that is it's not ideal comedy-wise. And he's got a stage up there and then a table like
It's
right
like a booth,
beside it.
like,
so
you're, like,
literally,
in the booth.
It's like you're being judged on America's Got Talent. So a boss opens that show because we're like, okay, we'll just flip. I'll be the closer. And opening is just different. Like I am good at a corralling energy because I can point to you and say something crazy that I'm super confident is true, and that's fun. That is good for when people are like eating and
yeah,
not,
exactly. I can too, but you take to an energy.
a mess. More.
Yeah, you take to an energy that like just brings a more. Mine is kind of like more like make fun of y.
Okay.
Whereas his is kind of like also make fun of y, but it just the energy is better.
Yeah.
I think
just better.
it's also I worked in bars for so long.
Yeah.
that comes.
He knows that he's like the bartender that goes, "Hey, one at a time. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
get you. I don't want to have to drag you out of here. You fucking what are you
like-
drinking? Like that kind of thing."
threatening you, but not threatening you, kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
So he starts the show, and it's going whatever. It's not as great because first of all, this is Squamish.
I'm bombing.
We're
I'm dying.
Squamish?
Squamish is like
BC?
in
Between Vancouver and Whistler.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's like white. Everyone's wearing a fucking toque style beanie.
And I'm like commenting on the toques, and I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, I get the vibe of this. I've opened 1,000 shows. I know what, right?
But it's kind of loud because there's the people beside. There's a bar beside it, so the glasses are making noise.
Yeah.
And which is normally can be fine, but if you have that with like wide open thing, it's kind of bright in here. Those start to stack up against you.
Yeah.
And then this local guy did a spot, and then I go on.
The local guy smashed.
He did smash because he did all these local.
He's like, you know, this guy's from Maine and Dundas.
Yeah, like he just
You know what I mean? Like,
And at first, actually, the local guy starts to do some jokes, and then he gets into. He's like, "Oh, you guys don't want that," and
just
then
did
he
the
just
new shit,
started.
and then he hit the polished shit that was just like. He was hitting them assault and battery,
Yeah.
assault
Like
and
everything.
battery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were already kind of a little standoffish with the boss. So there's like it's a perfect setting for me because if you give me an opening to like give you shit, but I get to be funny, that's like my perfect scenario for me.
Okay.
So I go in there and I literally tell them off. I'm like, this, what the fuck about the show? I'm like complaining to them about themselves. Like, you guys are all like a fisherman's friend out here. Like everyone's just a piece of shit. You're all talking about wood and fucking, you're so happy about yourselves.
But see, if I say that, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't
But
work.
if he says it, it works. Because he's kind of like, it's white. It's very white.
Yeah.
So Jordan's kind of like,
I'm shitting on them for being so white and so like proud of it
Yeah.
in Squamish. Because at first they're like, a boss is talking about like being an immigrant, and they're like,
Not off the top. Off the top, I'm
He's
talking
connecting
about
with
like,
them, but they feel like, oh, what? We don't
But
have
there's a-
those things here.
But you could tell the second I walked up on stage, you could tell they're like, oh, I thought you're closing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, no, Squamish, how we doing? Like, have a beer. I'm like, we're in a brewery. Who's drinking? Like,
And the owner is having a good time. He got us food and shit. And I guess he says to a boss,
the owner at the end, he goes like this. By the way, the owner gave us mad merch. He's so happy. And
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
gives
like, I don't even
us-
want to show my face. right?
our favorite shirt. he gave
And
us.
people think it's a good show. You know, he closed it real good. But the owner at one point goes to me like, he goes, I can tell why you have him close it. And I'm just
And it's like
no.
the whole tour up to this point has been a boss closing.
And we're switching it. This one wasn't the first time you closed
No,
it. I
I
think you
think-
closed it
no,
in
we-
Surrey? Where you closed it somewhere else too?
Well, no, that was what had we done then? Cologne.
Was Squamish the first time you closed it?
I think so.
Either way, like upward trajectory as far as the show. I don't do good. This guy does good. Jordan does great.
Yeah.
So like I'm in the back, like in my head, I'm just like, fuck, that was rough. You know what I mean? And this guy goes, I can tell why you have this guy close it. I'm like, he's a killer.
Like you can
He's a
literally,
killer.
we could see day to day different social dynamics based on how we positioned the show.
Yeah.
Like,
And
some-
had Jordan gone up, he would have done fine.
Yeah.
and the guy would have said that about you.
Exactly.
He would've been like,
and
this
it's
is- yeah,
and now
this
was
is-
that happened.
Yeah.
So it's like the audiences, they almost. It's like anything in life with dating and anything, they decide in advance. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost in advance, and you can also like tell them what they're getting. Kind of like that's why when you work in sales, which I've done so much, is when they emphasize like, no, you have to explain to them that this is why they need this, and you will see people go like, oh, okay. Like if you give it to them in a way that makes sense, they'll kind of just go with you.
Yeah.
So if we set up a poster where like a boss is headlining every time, he's the headliner. That's
Yeah.
like the big deal.
Yeah.
So that's
I could have said the exact same lines.
yeah. But they're
Everything.
gonna listen to them like,
Yeah.
Like,
this is what we paid for.
That's like a conditioning
Yeah,
almost.
exactly.
Yeah.
exactly. So yesterday was the exact same example of that, but yesterday was not as bad as Squamish. Like the
No,
intro,
no.
Like even though I felt like it was a bomb, like Squamish was like, oh fuck, shit.
Squamish was you got the light and you were like,
Okay, bye. Yeah.
no. He was like, I gotta figure out. Like, I want to land on a laugh here.
Oh yeah, and I kept like dragging 3 more minutes.
yeah.
There's a funny moment in the world of comedy where you're getting the light and you're trying to find a sufficient laugh to exit on.
Yeah.
And now you're minutes past the light, and you realize it was 4 laughs
Like
ago.
the
You
concept-
got greedy.
yeah.
And there was a middle laugh
You
that
had
you're like
it.
not good enough.
You had it.
And that was the best you were getting.
Yeah.
you
didn't
should
know.
have exited 4 minutes ago. And now you're like, oh fuck. Now I'm just hitting them with random one-liners and shit. Like,
you know that scene in Marvel? I think it's Endgame where Hulk goes back and then
He gets pushed out of his body.
push out of his body. That happens in comedy like all the time. Like a boss is on stage, I just gave him the light, and if he goes like 3 minutes past the light, our like what do they call them? Ethereal selves are like
Yeah.
talking to each other like
like leaving.
you're staying on stage, I guess. And
Yeah.
then his ethereal self
Like,
is like, I gotta do these bits. I gotta try and like
Yeah.
And then your other ethereal self is like, but you had that laugh. He's
Yeah.
like, I know. I
I need a
should
bigger laugh. I gotta like redeem myself on a bigger. And now it's extra flimsy.
Yeah.
It's
shaky.
you're
Speed
digging
wobble.
the grave deeper and deeper.
It's like speed wobble.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh, yeah.
When you're going too
He-
fast.
On a skateboard. Those are you ever see like when they go down the hill and then they speed
Oh
wobble?
fuck, it's terrifying.
Oh my goodness.
Well, also when you're on stage, sometimes like you think, oh, maybe I got to gear up and go faster. Like I'll feel like that sometimes. I'll be like, maybe I'm not talking fast enough. And then someone's like,
I have the exact opposite thought all the time. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, I gotta slow down.
Slow it down.
I gotta and give him just some time. But to change gears, funny enough, we're on the drive back. We're talking. Who do you put as a higher actor, Brad Pitt or DiCaprio?
oh my god,
Like when I say higher, like
who's better?
yeah, I mean
Okay, me personally,
better's a. I guess let's say better.
Yeah, who's a better actor?
Keep it simpler.
This is a crazy hard question.
it's not. I put DiCaprio higher.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You kind of said dick in
Yeah,
his
yeah,
face.
yeah, yeah.
Dick Caprio. DiCaprio.
See, I think
Isn't that like a DI?
what we were
DiCaprio?
saying is
Yeah, you really hit that
He
K
is-
hard though, brother.
There's a C.
DiCaprio's he's like the
See, here's the thing. The best scripts find DiCaprio. It seems like to me, the Titanics. If you put a lot of people in that role, this is a crazy, amazing
I don't
movie.
even remember any Brad Pitt movies I've seen aside from.
Oh my God, yeah,
Mr.
you-
and Mrs. Smith.
No, yeah, you do.
What?
There's so many. Pull up his IMDb. It's literally like
It's IMDb.
it's insane. The Mexican, which is
seen
with
it.
James Gandolfini, is in that, and Julia Roberts. She said that was one of her favorite movies to film.
The Mexican. I've never seen that. Is it
Oh,
good?
it's so good. It's
The
just like a
Mexican.
good. Back then, they had movies like that were
The
just
Mexican.
amazing.
How old is this fucking guy now?
Yeah,
he's
see
60.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
He's 60.
I've seen that one.
Go
Were
down.
they married when they filmed Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
I think that was like the beginning of them diddling.
God damn.
The diddle fiddle. That was back then when they called like people one name, like celebrities that dated, like Brangelina.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, like
Did you buy those magazines?
which?
You know, like you're checking out a grocery store.
Oh
and
no,
it's
I
like,
think my mom did though.
how Brandon or how fucking Brad Pitt got whatever her fucking name.
Yeah, like that list is
Jesus Christ.
insane.
Like
This is like producer.
you're still on 2007.
Yo, go to Just Actor though.
Oh, this is producer?
He acted
yeah.
in all those though too.
Wow.
Is that 88 movies?
Wow, it'd be like 88 rolls, bro.
Christ.
Damn. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, he's a beast. Yo, you know, the only reason I say I choose Brad Pitt is because when I was watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, even though he had no lines, like he had lines. You've seen it?
Nope.
Oh, okay, well then, the fuck.
How about we do this? How about we do this to figure out who's better?
Yeah.
How about we take the top 5 of each guy
Yeah.
movies and
Yeah.
then you compare
No,
those.
but for me, the reason I give
then
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio wins.
Well, wait. I don't know if it's such a clear cut because you got movies like Fight Club in there.
Yeah, but you also got Wolf of Wall Street.
No, Django Unchained.
Django Unchained is great,
Unchained,
but then
yeah.
like again, this is
Okay,
like,
wait. Let's do this list with DiCaprio. Let's make DiCaprio's
That was
top
DiCaprio.
5. So Django Unchained, I love him in that. He's incredible.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies. You guys probably have not seen this. It's The Quick and the Dead, but he's not.
The Quick and the Dead.
He's not at DiCaprio level there, but he's amazing in it. Okay, so Django Unchained.
Mm-hmm.
What else you putting in there?
I think Wolf of Wall Street, man.
Wolf of
I've
Wall
only
Street.
seen
You nailed
Mr. and
it.
Mrs. Smith.
Well, this is on you.
Deadpool 2.
Inglorious Bastards, Fury.
Okay, I saw Deadpool 2.
But he's not a main fixture in that.
No,
12 Years a
he's literally
Slave, World War Z.
Was
killing
he in
himself.
12 Years a Slave? I never watched 12
You know
Years
what's
a
so
Slave.
funny? I remember when 12 Years a Slave came out.
Did you watch it?
No, but
I don't like all these slave movies.
No.
You know? They're so triggering. Like,
It
work,
is.
nigga, work. You're like, Jesus. I'm eating popcorn at home. Like,
so, me and my family, we like went to go buy it at Zeller's when this came out.
at Zellers, damn.
Yeah, and
Throwback.
there's like a white lady she's like an older white lady, and she's like, you know, they say the N word in this movie
To you?
to our family. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is a slave movie.
That's
Like,
so funny. Like, this is only for white people. You might be too triggered by this, friend.
Yeah, no, I think if you do top 5.
I'm doing.
So Gangs of New York, probably in there.
Yeah, but Gangs of New York to me is more of a fucking Daniel Day-Lewis
like
took
an art
that role.
piece. But,
That-
I mean,
that's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Leo's the
Inception?
main character. Inception.
Inception, but
Django Unchained, Inception, New York.
on.
Are you putting...
Inception is more Christopher Nolan than it is DiCaprio. You see what I'm saying, though?
But
I do get what
Are
you're
you
saying.
putting Titanic in there?
I don't remember Leo's like acting being like, oh my god. But then, you know, that final in the water scene.
Shutter Island, Inception.
Shutter Island was
The
pretty-
Revenant.
The Departed, I wasn't that big of a fan of, but people
I
love
The
people love The Departed.
Okay, wait a second. So here's what I'm going to put in the 5. He won an Oscar for this. You got to give him The Revenant. Inception.
That's the wolf one or the bear one?
That's where he gets attacked by a bear.
Oh, I never
The
seen
Great
it.
Gatsby,
I'm not going to put that in the 5.
Django Unchained.
So Revenant, Django, Inception, Wolf of Wall Street. So that's 4.
Yeah.
And then one more.
Oh, Catch Me If You Can was
I
great.
love that movie too.
He killed Catch Me If You Can.
Okay, so for the 5th one, let's just stack the deck, Gangs of New York, because that's like a fucking art house.
Okay.
Now you're gonna go Mr. Bradley.
Brad Pitt, which you gotta put. Oh, Brad Pitt, you gotta put Ocean's 11. He kills it in, but then you got a huge ensemble there. Fight Club, he kills it in. He's
Fight
just
Club-
always eating, huh?
Fight Club has to be in that. Inglorious Bastards, incredible.
Inglourious Bastards, yeah.
Moneyball, really good in there.
Moneyball, haven't seen it recently.
There's so many, man. Troy's a fucking really great movie.
Oh yeah, Troy. Yeah.
Meet Joe Black, The Devil's Own. The Assassination of Jesse James. Burn After Reading's probably up there.
Yeah, his role in that is fucking hilarious.
7.
7. Oh yeah, fucking 7. With motherfucking Samuel Jackson or Morgan Freeman? Who's in that? Samuel?
Morgan.
Morgan?
I think they
always
might
fuck up the
literally
two.
be, if you had them as players in a video game,
We're talking about who's the best actor.
but they would probably be the same stats. Like they would probably have the same average, but it's like, you know how Luca, like say they're both like 95.
Yeah, like they average this, that.
It's like Luca's 95 shooting, but then the other guy who's 95 is 95 rebounding.
Yeah.
Like I think they have the same overall. But
I
there's
put DiCaprio higher.
Yeah, and a lot of people would. Like,
But I
this is
think
not
what he's
a
talking
controversial
about,
take.
I think what he's talking about with like the directors, that's why it's so much more. It feels so right to say Leo's there because of the movies, like the movies he
biggest
does
movies
of all time.
have to have DiCaprio is a bigger name than Brad Pitt. Like as
Sort
far
of,
as
yeah,
like
sort of.
from a studio, we're gonna invest $1 billion budget in a movie. Are we gonna go with DiCaprio or Brad? We're leaning towards DiCaprio. Just
Have
in
you
an
ever
effort to make this money back, we're leaning towards DiCaprio, just from a pure like monetary standpoint. But in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, if you watch it, DiCaprio is like a washed-up actor, and Brad Pitt is his stunt double, who just fucking stands around him the whole time with
it's
no
amazing.
lines.
Yeah, it's good.
But you're looking at Brad Pitt. He's stealing the focus. That's when I realized, I'm like, holy fuck! Like, why am I looking at him when DiCaprio's got the lines? Like, he's falling apart, and his guy, what's his name? Rick Dalton's stunt double. What's his name in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I forgot his name.
I forget his name, but it's just like he doesn't really have lines, and you just fucking.
There was a time where Johnny Depp was in this
Cliff
conversation.
Oh, buddy, yeah, Cliff Booth. Yeah, what a name too.
There was a time where I would put Johnny Depp up here, but after he did Pirates, he stopped doing shit. He just like would put on costumes and do
Yeah,
things.
but Johnny went into that Picasso. Picasso used to have like the realist. Then he went just to the cubes.
Yeah.
Johnny just stayed in the cubes the whole time. Like his characters are like, ooh, like, you know what I mean? They're always like out of sight of the world, unrealistic kind of
I
characters.
just watched Transcendence. That was pretty good.
Transcendence.
Will
I've
Smith
never
was
heard of
up
that.
in this conversation for a
Oh,
while.
Will Smith is pure A-list.
There was like a period there in like 2002 to 2015.
where Will Smith could do no wrong.
He was like a king.
oh, buddy, I Am Legend, I, Robot,
Yeah.
Independent. When Independence Day dropped, that's it.
like
He was
98, I think, Independence Day.
Yeah, that was like at the end of him. That's him ushering either Men in Black 1 or Independence Day.
Oh my God, Men in Black 1.
That took him from
Wild
like,
Wild West.
Yeah, Wild Wild West was actually a failure, technically speaking.
But it was just the
it was
lore.
fun. Yeah, but like took him from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like a TV star, to a bona fide movie star.
Have you ever seen the
I think
Legend
it was
of
Independence Day.
Bagger Vance?
No, and because of that title.
It's literally Will Smith
I
is like
don't
a
plan on
black
watching
caddy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and is he Catter Vance or whatever the
He's
fuck?
Bagger Vance.
He's like knows the game better than the golfer.
knows the game.
Yeah,
better than the
I
golfers.
fucking. But he's black, so he couldn't play it. Yeah, scroll all the way down. Go to like mid to late 90s.
That's the movie, baby.
Oh, Hitch.
dude. Kevin James.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, dude, I
I'll
watched that
roll
alone in
up and
theaters.
eat it right now. Shark Tank. When Shark Tale came out, holy shit.
There was a period where Will Smith would not accept a movie role unless it let him cry in it.
Oh, speaking
Remember
of.
Pursuit? It's always like there's a tear scene. It has to happen.
Well, that was. I feel like Pursuit of Happiness was really just an excuse to work with his son. But
Independent. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
you mean like After Earth?
There you go. Oh,
After Earth was one of
dude,
the worst movies.
Bad Boys was before that.
Yes.
So Bad Boys was sick, but it was Independence Day that was like.
See, but he in the 2000 that window I gave you, he's living all the success of Bad Boys in that window. Like the next 10 years of his career is the best.
Oh my God! It's like look at all these movies, man.
Ali, come on.
Man in Black 2,
But wait,
obviously.
I was just gonna say with Leo, I think the difference is you don't put Leo in a movie as the main guy, sort of just as Leo. You can put Brad Pitt in the movie, sort of just as Brad Pitt.
Same with Will Smith too.
Same with
That's
Will
what
Smith.
makes Leo so good because you put him in a role.
It
and
becomes
it's
them.
not even DiCaprio.
Oh,
no
I
more.
agree.
It's the character.
Leo's
he
in the
is.
space of
No, I
like
agree with that.
Christian Bale, where it's like you create this character and you put an A-lister and they mold to it.
But I would say Pitt can also do that. It's almost like Pitt might have more tools on the belt. DiCaprio might have 2 less tools, which isn't much. Maybe his 8 of the 10 are
like
that much.
I don't
sharper.
know who DiCaprio is in real life.
Yeah.
I know who Brad Pitt is in real life.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how you know you're a good actor. No one knows who you really
there's
are.
mystique.
I
but
don't
there's
really
still
know.
I don't
mystique.
even know who I
I don't
am.
know who Christian Bale is in real life.
No.
I know exactly who fucking Will Smith is.
Exactly.
Only because they fucking shoved it down our throat with all the fucking TV.
Yeah, and he has a YouTube
all,
channel.
Yeah, all his shit.
Is
nonstop
Christian
positivity.
Bale better than both of them?
Christian Bale to me is like, as far as acting is concerned,
He's up. He's like
that's the highest level.
One of the
that
highest.
well, like that's the space of
He's
Daniel
the
Day-Lewis.
highest level where you don't get Daniel Day-Lewis, but you can still be a normal guy.
Yeah, like if you want to do acting and not ruin your mind,
Yes.
that's kind of. And he might have ruined his mind.
He might have ruined his liver.
Is he a big drinker?
Well, no, for Machinist.
Oh, the way he got down to like
Yeah,
7
you
pounds.
You can't really do that shit.
Yeah. That's just like addiction. That's like, you know, how we go to open mics that we don't need to be at.
And you're just depressed after.
Yeah, that's him taking these roles of like, you need to lose 700 pounds. I'll do it. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Just like the extremist shit.
Yeah, that is an interesting. I do think Pitt is much closer maybe than we.
Pitt
You
is
think he's above Leo?
Pitt above all of no. Pitt is the most natural born movie star. I think. It seems like who he is.
Yeah, I would say that's probably true.
He's just like a movie star.
First of
It
all, the
seems like
dude's
it.
60 years old.
Is Brad Pitt 60?
Yeah, he looks 41.
Born in 63. That puts him at 61. Jesus Christ, bro.
That's
Look at that hairline.
Crazy.
It's not even fair.
that's
And look at the crow's feet. You know what that means? Nigga's been smiling his whole life.
dude. That there right now.
Or it's just
He's
very sunny in
beside.
California, or it's
Or
very
he's
sunny.
just suspicious. He's
Imagine
like a
being
chicken.
61-year-old Brad Pitt, and
Yeah.
you go on a set where they did this movie. It was called Babylon. There's a bunch of actors in it. Imagine Margot Robbie, some like 30-year-old hot. It could be like Momoa, and she'd want to fuck 61-year-old Brad Pitt more.
Did they fuck?
No, but look at him. He looks like he owns every record store that's ever been invented.
He is a living
He's
record
a fucking
store.
record store. This
Yeah.
guy probably smells.
Look at that hat.
Look at him.
It's the same hat.
What the
How's he wearing the same?
hell?
Did you see that?
It's torn though.
How's he wearing the same hat?
It's weathered.
Dude, he kept it.
actually had this hat for 30 years.
He has that jawline too, where you're just like, holy shit, dude, what the fuck?
That's not what I'm looking at, though.
Yeah, you're looking at his penis.
The
The
nigga
bulge in
seated
his
with his
jeans,
fucking
brother.
the frame is at his fucking
Oh,
belly button up.
Okay, fuck their acting. Who of these guys has the biggest hammer? Sub Defoe.
See, that's the thing. It could be any of them. You don't really know.
I think Leo probably has the most average of them.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Did I ever tell you that story of like, or who one of you told me this?
You're jumping into a personal story after we're talking about Leo's dick.
Someone I know through the thing
Oh, I
hooked
think
up with Leo,
I think you said this once.
and like he just made them sit doggy style at the end of a bed, and she looked back, and he was just putting on AirPods and just getting into the vibe.
I think you told me this.
Yeah, like, apparently he was just putting AirPods in and he just goes, just pure doggy style. Don't fucking look at me. Like, keep in mind he's like a child actor prodigy too.
Well,
so it's like when you made it and you're like 11 and you're hitting puberty and dating and Hollywood, you fucking develop and evolve into some weird shit we can never relate with.
No, and Leo got touched for sure.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt seems like the type of guy that, like, if you touch him at 11, he'd hit you with an uppercut.
Yeah. Like he would have like a torn wife beater on all the time.
Yeah, like he'd actually like scrap.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt looks like the guy that every now and then, just for a thrill, he goes to a local like pub and picks a fight. You know, and like hides, I don't know, covers his face somehow so you don't know it's Brad Pitt.
Well, the reason Patrick Swayze died was to give his essence to Brad Pitt.
Is that
That's how it
confirmed
happened.
fact?
Yeah. So when the next guy is ready to be number one, Pitt will die, and then you know,
Who's that Asian girl in Babylon?
Tom Cruise is still looking
Damn.
for.
Tom Cruise is in. See, Tom Cruise has set a level that you can only achieve with genuine insanity, though. See, that's so
Tom
that's-
Cruise also used to be really deep in the acting. Like he would go like the
used to
Leo.
be.
He used to be like the Leo Brad Pitt shit. But then he was like, I don't know if this is gonna keep cashing checks.
I don't know, bro. In fucking Top Gun Maverick, I did not think of him as Tom Cruise at all. I'm like, he's this fucking pilot guy he's playing.
I gotta be honest. Top Gun is probably one of the worst acted movies.
Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah.
Buddy, I was in the military. They nailed it. They nailed it. The whole dynamic, the whole pool scene.
They
that cockiness.
They nail all
nailed
of
it.
the. They nail.
I was in the military.
I was in the
They
military.
nailed that.
They
shit.
nail
I'm
all of
telling
the
you.
like B-roll where nobody needs to talk. You just listed a bunch of scenes where
You
no one
talking about
talks.
in the jet? Like, ugh.
I'm saying like when they have dialogue, when Tom Cruise talks to the bar chick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
It's like the worst.
Yeah, but that's not what you
but
go to
because
watch
they're
that movie.
I agree,
they're
I
making
agree.
a giant movie. They can't have this intricate
But
whatever. But
that's what I'm
he
agreeing
goes,
with
oh,
you.
you still work here?
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm saying Tom's like, you know
It's
what?
like candy. You know what I mean?
It's more about the set pieces.
Oh, and Toby Maguire's a great actor too. He just fucking.
Well, Toby
he
Maguire's
just
like
became
a menace.
Spider-Man and just kind of.
He's like a menace to society. You know, he's like bad.
In real life?
He's like, yeah, he's mean and shit.
No
You never
way.
seen the videos of Toby like losing it on paparazzi?
No, YouTube,
What?
please. Let's find this
Dude,
out.
these are huge. These are widely known.
This is post Spider-Man, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, like he had just done Spider-Man. He does Seabiscuit. You remember the movie Seabiscuit?
About the horse?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you I worked
a
at Best
jockey?
Buy with this fucking one Pakistani guy that goes, women call me Seabiscuit because I got a fucking, I got a horse cock. I was like 15. I'm like, all right, Mark.
Oh, this one has Spider-Man music.
Yeah,
Whatever
there's
he
Spider-Man.
does to the paparazzi is justified in this moment. There's 19 cameras in his face. The nigga's driving.
You'll see. He just loses it all the time.
Hit him. Good.
Get the fuck out of the way.
I like Toby.
That's literally his scene in Spider-Man.
Is this an S-Class? What is he driving? Oh, Volvo? Oh. XC60? What is that? Really, man?
Yeah, there's so many more. Can you throw on a compilation? I think that's in the movie.
No, they're putting all like Spider-Man music.
Look, go down, top comment. I'm pretty sure when someone rips off Spider-Man, paparazzi.
Why? Okay, read it to the readers.
That's my problem.
To the listener.
That's my problem. Bully Maguire. I love how...
He does.
Just
he loses
because
it,
a lot of other actors like really know how to keep their cool in these moments.
He doesn't.
Doesn't make these any less of fucking incredibly annoying, not human moments. Like
Yeah.
you can't be in my face like, he fucking touched my camera. He fucking touched. Like, get
Yeah.
the fuck away from me, man.
That's why, like, when people get
Toby
mad at
just loses
Kanye,
it.
because Kanye has a whole bunch of these too.
He'll just take the camera.
But they like show up at his house at like 2 in the morning.
yeah,
like,
you can't touch us. You can't like, yeah, like get the fuck out. Whatever happens to you happens to you. Get out of the way.
Toby did one where they like see Tom Holland too. All these videos.
And all these comments are like, this guy's a villain. Like, how are you not watching what I'm watching?
No, bully-
He's saying, get away from the car. I cannot see ahead
No,
of me.
they're talking about it because they know the historical context.
Yeah.
He's like, this is like his thing that he does. He
Always.
like loses it. Yeah. That one's a good one. I think this is where they see him at the airport.
Scroll
No,
past
fuck
it.
that one. Fuck, we just watched it.
Okay, let's see this. This is good. They're just taking pictures, keeping their distance.
So he's covered his
Going
face.
to his Tesla.
Hates paparazzi.
Didn't say nothing mean. Just blocked his face. Very normal.
In his little Tesla.
That's the real celebrity right there.
This guy's so Mexican.
That's a real celebrity right there.
This guy's about to get hit.
I love how these guys like the Teslas. I'm like, why? There's better cars.
It's LA, you know. Nothing dickish about that.
No.
He's just drinking a goddamn
he's got 2
smoothie.
drinks. He's like,
Just walking. Is it a Model X now? Is this a different Tesla now?
Yeah, he's rolling a different
Just
fucking
keeps-
Tesla. I think I would probably have the whole model too.
I would not have a
I would
Tesla if I was like that level. I'd have a fucking Porsche Taycan.
I'm saying I would have probably a couple.
Oh yeah, you'd have many cars, brother. Look, he hasn't done anything of note in any of
Yeah,
these.
these are the
He's
most
just
boring
standing-
videos.
Bro, he's got
So
his
in,
beard
like-
like an Arab guy there. Look at that. This is
Back in the early days, where the videos like when YouTube was better, actually, there would just be videos. He would just start swearing at people. He would like have his hand up and be like, "Fucking get out of here."
Hey, what's up, Toby?
the guys that seems like no one knows who you are, bro.
Yeah, why are you covering your
Keep your
face?
face clear.
I feel bad we even dove into this as a segment.
Breaking our back trying to get
This has been terrible.
I'm just waiting for him to hit somebody.
It's not even gonna happen. I could feel it. You know when you're watching a video, you're like, "This is going nowhere."
LA is so garbage, bro.
Why? Why is it? Why? What makes you? Say that?
Imagine your whole job. Oh, is he in a 911 Turbo? Oh, I thought that was his car. Nah, I was like, ooh.
We gotta stop watching.
Yeah, like he's not doing nothing in these. We picked the wrong one, but it's
Oh,
like,
man,
imagine your job is to just grab a camera. And I hope I run into. Let's go to the area where celebrities get coffee. Let's get some. Let's see. I heard Madonna's at Starbucks. Quick.
It's probably annoying in LA that there are so many celebrities. Like I don't know if that's.
But who's really buying Toby Maguire content right now? Show me.
Well, that's not a
Attack
right
Will
now.
Smith
It's
and
not a
shit.
right now thing.
This is like 15 years ago.
You know what YouTube is? It's a video library. We didn't just pop into the
He looked
live.
recent. He looked old in
The
this. one.
live.
It's 2 years.
This is 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Who's following?
No,
Well,
but he was
Tobey
just in the
Maguire
new
is-
He was just
Spider-Man.
in a new Spider-Man.
Oh, true. Good point. Good point.
The video that, yeah, social media is better. There's one where Tom Holland and him are going to the airport, and Tom's just like waving nicely to everybody, and fucking Toby's like scowling at them. Like,
Keep in mind, when did the first Spider-Man come out?
2001.
Toby has been
No,
dealing
the
with it
first
for
one?
22
2002 maybe around there.
But
gotta be
22
06.
full decades of this bullshit, and Tom Holland's just getting a taste of it now. That's why.
well,
that's
Toby,
happening.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Toby was a part of like the new
Illuminati?
the new era Rat Pack. It was like Toby.
Oh, actually, I read that somewhere that they're like the fuck boys.
Yeah,
like they're
him,
just at the party.
Him,
DiCaprio.
Leo.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a couple of them. They would just go and just
smash,
fucking lay
just do
pipe.
fucking numbers.
just,
Just put up numbers,
just
bro.
put up numbers and disrespect women.
What is it? Gentampalo? What's his name? Giannopoulos?
Imagine like Pinnacle Leonardo goes in. He's like in a Vegas
Spider-Man 2002.
He's in like a Vegas casino, and you're like a good-looking right up his
20 years
alley.
ago.
And he just looks at you. He goes, "Do you want to? Do you know who I am?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, of course." And he's like, "Do you want to fuck?"
She's like, yeah,
She's
naturally.
like, "Yeah,
Naturally,
sure,
yes.
sure, yeah, like right now." He's like, "No, you."
She just put.
He's like,
tells
"No,
her
you
husband
idiot."
to hold his purse.
No,
Her-
you idiot! Not right now. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Why are you like?" He's like,
I love
"'Cause
Titanic."
I have the power. Like, holy shit!
I was watching the
wanna
Last
fuck you
Dance,
more.
the sixth champion they win championship.
Yeah.
DiCaprio just comes to the fucking.
Just in the locker room.
He goes, yeah, you guys, great stuff today, and it's like security takes him right to Michael Jordan. It's like, hi, I'd like to. I know he just won. Can I meet Michael? Yes, Leo, come on.
Jerry Seinfeld's in that documentary too, and
Yeah, but he goes to the he goes to the freaking change room. It's just kind of weird. He's got a blazer on.
Jerry feels like kind of like a wiener.
I know.
Like,
I
you know, I would love probably to personally have a conversation with him. But in the documentary, he goes, I'm trying to make, I have the show of the 90s. They're the team of the 90s. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make quitting the thing of the 90s. It's like,
90s, yeah.
Jerry, shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
You're too much.
He always feels like a politician in regular
He
space.
feels like he just knows everything before everyone else. And like, I'm okay if you do.
it's very pompous.
Yeah,
I mean, and if you see how he responds to paparazzi, very pompous.
You know, Mr. Seinfeld, when he was like 30 or maybe 40, was dating like an 18, 19-year-old?
Was he? Is it now his wife?
I think it is, yeah.
Well, 30 or 40 are very different, my friend.
They're different. But could you date a 19-year-old right now?
Definitely not.
No.
But like, I don't judge you for doing it. If you're 30 and you're dating a 19-year-old, I don't judge.
I mean, I'm kind of judging you for sure. I mean, when I say kind of, I mean a ton, a bunch of.
Look at this. He goes, "You got to do better, man."
You don't need a bike. You gotta come up with something to. Well, I was thinking
That's
all I
funny.
got.
That's funny.
That's funny.
talking about prejudice and making fun of prejudice.
Wow. Like,
He's like, "This is a movie about bees."
has anyone looked more Jewish?
I don't do any humor about prejudice. I don't know why you think that humor is about prejudice. Oftentimes,
That's pretty funny though.
He is funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should probably
Watch what I do.
see a little more of what I do because I don't have any of that.
What's the worst place like you bombed?
Another very weak.
Another very weak.
35 years.
Yeah.
It's like asking a cab driver about making a wrong turn.
Yeah.
It's like too elementary.
Lasted how long?
Just
9 years. 100
Oh,
years.
this is hilarious. This is
so
savage.
smart.
Right?
I did.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them.
You're not aware of this?
No, I'm asking you.
You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got
Oh my
canceled?
God. Wow.
Hurt you, Jerry?
I thought that was pretty well documented.
Don't
This is
most shows
is this still
go that-
CNN?
don't-
That was the #1 show on television, Larry.
were
Do you know who I am?
That's savage.
That's crazy.
Okay.
75 million viewers. Last episode.
What? You don't
was
take
like
it so
kids.
bad.
He's like, wow.
Between being canceled and being #1.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be right back.
What a dick. I love it.
B movie
Can we get a
opens.
resume in here for
B
me?
movie opens
Larry can go
tomorrow.
over.
I kind of get what he means. Though.
I know, but
I
it's
do
like,
get
so
what he
you
means.
got canceled. It's
At
kind
the time, though, you're like,
He's a
wow,
god.
You're being a crazy piece of shit.
It's like Michael Jordan being like, "So you guys, you didn't win." It's like, "Didn't win. We
won
just won the
6
championship,
times."
right? Can you Can you bring my rings in for a
But
second?
if you're also coming to Jerry with like, here's the numbers this week for the watches, and you're like, oh, 75 million. And you're like, what's the next closest show? You're like, Roseanne.
yeah, what's
2
that?
million.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, okay.
9 million. The
Can
gap
I
was
just-
insane.
Can I just have sex with anybody I want to? You're like, yeah, Jerry, you can.
But no one is on that level anymore.
No, it's different.
It's completely different, and no one is on the level of regular TV and going on talk shows and being like royalty.
I love how
Now
we
it's all
started
internet
this where
shit.
we're like, yeah, Jerry's probably a dick or whatever, and then we just enjoyed it.
Oh, we love
every
him.
clip.
I mean, he's a stand-up at the end of the day.
we
brother.
are weak, pathetic fucking men.
I mean, we like. Look, we're looking at what he's doing, and we like it. We're trying not to stick to our previous fucking
See,
whatever.
he's
the fuck.
bald now, but with the hat and the glasses,
Oh, it looks great.
Almost looks like it's something that you could work with there.
But you know, if you watch his shit, he goes between baldness and comes back. Like he's
That's just the
got
money.
money.
yeah,
Like I watched his most recent something. I don't know if it was Coffee Cars, whatever the fuck. But
Coffee
his
Cars.
hair looked great, dude.
Next week on Coffee Cars.
And I saw him 10 years ago. He looked straight bald.
Have you ever? You don't ever fuck with round lens. You don't really have lenses that much. You're not a guy that.
Great vision.
No, I'm saying
Knock on wood.
stylistically, you don't even.
It don't look good on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not like something about I think my face is kind of round or something.
Interesting.
So when you have a round face with round glasses, just it's too much curve. I think you need kind of like more of a boxy face. I don't know.
Lantern.
It don't look-
Depends
it
on
don't
the
look
glasses,
good.
though.
It don't look good.
Lantern
Who
jaw.
put up types of glasses that match types of faces?
I'm pretty sure.
There's I saw like a diagram that shows this stuff.
Yeah, I wonder what the kind of development process.
Yeah, types of faces.
Is that like Ray-Ban? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, there you go. Go to images and there's like it'll show this.
Nothing like an answer to a question.
There you go.
Oh, we get
No,
to just,
there's one with glasses.
do we just get to pick and play here?
Okay, so that middle bitch, the oval shape, the circles work with her.
You think you got an oval?
I think I have.
You ever have somebody tell you something about you, like
Got a
a
pretty good
feature
jaw,
of you,
so.
and then maybe this is just me. I'm revealing a character flaw, but you like
Go on.
You like hate it. They're like, yeah, your face is round. You're like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
Oh, it's when they tell you look like someone that you think you look better than.
Yeah, you're like, what
Like,
the
dude,
fuck?
you look just like Willem Dafoe.
What?
What?
Did you just
Dude,
say?
what? This guy's like, this is a spitting image of the Green Goblin.
You son of a
I don't
goddamn
really
bitch.
see it, but. Okay, there you go. Look.
I think
Okay,
we
so
need
the round, the top left
oblong. I think you have.
face.
Yeah, I could fucking throw your face far.
Oh, and it would spiral real good too, right?
Yeah. What is that you did there?
Tongue stuff. That's a sound of a spiral in my mind.
No wonder your girl's
That's the
pregnant.
sound of a money counter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you
No wonder
fucking-
she's pregnant. That's not how they get pregnant. That's not how it works. Oh, do you know how many tries it took
To what?
to get it to hit the jackpot?
Were
you just
not
trying?
that many, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started like.
I feel like if I was to have kids, I'd be the type of guy that we're trying. I don't know why I'm getting that
Yeah.
vibe. I'm getting that vibe though. We try.
We're fucking trying.
We're trying.
Look at this guy.
How many men? It's not a heart because you draw a heart on his head. How many men swimmers are just like part timers? Was there a stat on that? What? You know, in the
What are you
movie,
talking about right now?
In a movie, when you see, have you ever seen Baby Makers? The movie Baby Makers.
Never even heard of it.
Olivia Munn's in it. Don't watch it.
Ooh.
It's funny, but you won't like it.
Ooh,
Listen.
What did I say? I don't even know who Olivia Munn is. Do I
She
hate her?
was.
Did I say
She's
that?
married to Aaron Rodgers now, I think.
Oh, okay. then.
Actually, wait a second. Pause that. I lied. She was dating Aaron Rodgers. Now she's married to John Mulaney.
Oh, this is Mulaney's second marriage.
This is Mulaney's second bitch.
Let's see, Olivia Munn. Oh, that bitch done. She fine though.
But what I was trying to say is
This chick is married to Mulaney.
John.
Yo, this chick.
Correct. You don't think you think he could do?
I don't know how the
worse?
fuck you got her.
It's John Mulaney.
Yeah, but still,
This is John Mulaney.
John
He's
Mulaney's
funny, dude.
Yeah, he's really funny, but
Dude, you be
he
funny.
ain't that funny, brother. He ain't that funny.
Girls, you can confuse girls.
He ain't that funny.
Girls
let me
don't
tell you
have the
that.
same social score as men. Like a guy will look at himself in the mirror, he can understand where he can do, and then you got to start to patchwork it together.
Yeah, she looks like the type that will cheat on you. She's got a cheating glint in her eye.
Oh, she was an X-Men.
She was in X-Men.
Which one was she?
Apocalypse.
You almost want to be like her level to have you have options. She's like, can I keep acting? Maybe I'll just marry into some shit. You know, I think she
Olivia
stopped
Munn.
acting.
See?
I haven't seen an X-Men Apocalypse. Oh,
She was the one
I don't
with the
think I even
sword.
watched that one.
Oh.
Once these like these intellectual property movies like the Marvels and stuff, they start to get way out there, like a tree of spin-offs and whatnot. It's just not interesting. Like Doctor Strange fucking
Well,
sucked.
what you're observing there, my young friend, is that you're not really a fan of X-Men. That's for when they do that shit,
Yeah.
like 1 and 2. That's
it's for like
us.
they follow the comic
Yeah.
books.
and then the
I
other
didn't
shit
know.
is for like the people that can't wait. And then that's when they're like, well, we're never gonna make this again. Because
Like I'll watch all the Dragon Ball Z spin-off stuff, but I don't like it all.
yeah,
I don't like it all. A
That's
lot of
what
it
I
is
mean.
just a check,
but you need to know.
but I must watch it.
You need to know.
Yes.
It's also interesting that Dragon Ball Z has never really made an inspired comeback in some capacity.
What are you talking about?
I'm like, why haven't they
When
just
they did
remade that?
the Broly one, that was fucking everybody watched that shit. We were in theaters with
In the
all
theaters.
the boys.
No, I'm
Everyone
saying,
was
like,
yeah.
What are you?
I'm
all
saying,
the
like, why
boys.
is that not on like Netflix or Prime? Just
It
like,
is on
all-
Netflix, dude.
And Brian.
No,
Oh,
all the episodes of all the seasons.
Yeah, well, that's because
Oh,
Bandai.
that's like
they-
some fucking licensing shit. Who knows?
See,
By
that's
the way,
what I-
Broly's on
Saudi
Netflix.
is
I
opening.
know Broly. I watched Broly on Netflix. I'm saying that I was
this
just
guy's
meaning.
like,
I
where's
meant
the comeback
specifically
at?
the show.
By the way, type in Dragon Ball Z Land Saudi. I don't know if this was fake or if this
What do you
is
mean
real.
land? Oh, like an
Saudi's
actual,
making a freaking full on. If this is real, a full on
You're
amusement
moving to
park.
Saudi Arabia?
No, hell no.
feel
Saudi
like it-
Arabia.
Probably be hard to live there. Saudi.
No, type in Dragon Ball. I don't know if it's called Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z amusement park Saudi.
Does everyone in the Middle East have diarrhea?
Dragon Ball theme park set to open in Saudi. Yeah. Yo, the second this guy died, you know he was blocking it or something. Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
did he
yeah.
die and this shit just drops? Like right away after his death. The Persian Gulf's latest attempt to boost tourism.
He
will-
just wanted to
30
keep it legit. He's
Featuring
like,
Goku,
you know what?
Frieza, and other characters. According to this, the park will encompass more than 5.3 million square feet, a plot desert around 40 minutes from the capital that's been marked. Yeah, they kicked off this project immediately afterwards.
Imagine it was already built.
Look, scroll up.
And they're just,
no,
like,
no, no. They
unveiling
just
it?
started. The country has a target of 150 million tourists a year by 2030. The Crown Prince has positioned video games and entertainment as a pillar of the country's future growth. Oh, I thought they're saying when they expect this thing to open. When is it going to open? Scroll down a little bit.
It always sounds a lot more. It always sounds a lot more interesting.
Named after
when
what?
The Crown Prince is involved.
Oh yeah, because it's just the words Crown Prince. They don't even have to say crown. They don't need to say crown.
Is his dad the crown? Is that what they're referring to?
No, the crown is just like the monarchy.
Ah, the Crown's Prince.
He's just and there's so many princes. It's just who's the closest to the fucking throne. You know, they literally all these countries, Kuwait, Saudi, Bahrain, Qatar, all these, they're like the royal family. They're like the slightly distant princes are like, you know, if this guy dies and this guy has cancer and two of these guys are on a plane and it crashes and this guy fucking whatever, I can be the king of
How much
Qatar.
money you getting as like a distant cousin?
A lot.
Oh, you're just in. They got to keep the family well paid. Like
Yeah.
they're all millionaires by like
Billionaires.
the closer ones are all billionaires.
Yeah.
And the probably as you get further, they're all millionaires. I think if you're in the royal family, you're all gonna be some level of a millionaire. But
Must be nice
They
to
literally
just be-
Kuwait. They just send their
People.
they just send them checks.
I remember we talked about this once.
Yeah, like they do especially well that year in oil. They just fucking every local just gets checks in the mail. Like here's your cut for just being Kuwaiti playboy.
In Canada, every year you get every couple months you get a
T4.
a trillium benefit.
Yeah, when you pops into your account,
What the fuck is that? Energy.
no one knows. and
Nobody
we don't question
knows.
it. 114.
And it's never like a consistent
Yes,
amount. It's
sir.
always like 94, 96 or some shit. Or
Yeah,
like
yeah, it's always
102, 31.
We don't question any of this stuff.
Nothing.
I'll just take the money and the GST.
I
whatever.
literally could not tell you what it's from. Well, could you look it up? What the trillium benefit? It has something to do with energy.
I'll call my accountant right now on a Sunday. Hey, yo, Mike, you on the air? Real quick, answer this question for us. He goes, how'd you get this number?
How'd you get this number, Mike? I remember last night when we were looking at the flights. I was like, God, we just never gonna fly again?
Man, we were talking shit about Lynx. I did all these jokes, shit talking Lynx. And now that they're dead and Flair's pretty much dead, you're like, now you're trying to map flights. You're like, holy shit.
You could feel it.
It's like $700. This was literally a $14 flight like a couple of months ago. You couldn't take a carry-on.
What was the cheapest flights you ever got at like Lynx?
Man, they're like $49 or like $89, shit like that. Real cheap, especially if you can go for a weekend just off of a backpack. Then you're truly like not really paying nothing. But
Yeah,
then a
if you
carry-on is like $100.
If you
though.
can afford to travel without any belongings,
no, like a
traveling
personal bag,
good.
like a small backpack. If you can make it work,
But you know what I mean.
You land and you buy your boxers.
If
in
you
your fucking
somehow
Valley
could
Village.
just not need shit, oh, buddy, you're traveling well.
Vagabond style.
If you have a place somewhere that you're traveling to and you can have everything, like in Montreal, I'm trying to slowly, like I put a mustache trimmer over there, slowly leave shit there, and you don't need nothing.
This is the sound effect episode.
Then you
Let's
don't
end on
need-
this. Dante, we'll start with you. You go into an elevator.
Okay.
And DiCaprio's in that elevator. Ooh. No, in fact, you're in an elevator. Second floor, you're going up to 10. Hand comes in, opens it. DiCaprio walks in. Both going up to 10. 8 floors. 20 seconds in that elevator. What are you saying? Are you saying anything, or what are you saying?
Oh, I thought this was gonna go
this
so
is
way
easy.
different.
What did you think in your mind? You're like, are you gonna suck him
Well,
off?
I was
or
gonna
is he
say, but I was gonna say after you've blown, obviously blown him.
naturally.
Who would you
Can I
fight?
blow
I
you?
thought you were gonna ask you who would you fight in hand-to-hand combat.
I'm talking about I'm saying what would you say? Who would I fight? I would fight DiCaprio way before Brad Pitt.
yeah, I think so.
Brad Pitt
yeah.
looks like he'd probably fuck you up.
He probably would.
Yeah, he looks like he got a fucking elbow. I'd fuck up DiCaprio.
No, but they probably have private Krav Maga lessons.
They've done like so many movies where they got to fight,
Yeah.
Fight Club. We got all these lessons. They
know.
probably know.
I've
it.
never
DiCaprio,
felt
no.
physically intimidated by
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
Never.
And
Not
that's
in
why
any
you'll
movie.
be
ever.
fucked up.
Will Smith is probably he's got mad height on me.
Yeah,
and
I bet Will
probably is
Smith's a
jacked.
big man.
It'd probably fuck me up.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, it'd be don't fuck with Will Smith. Look what he did, Chris Rock. He
I would
fucks a comedian
bitch
up.
slap George Clooney in the face.
George Clooney for sure would just be like, not the hair. You know what I mean?
Clooney looks like you could slap him. You could knock him out.
Yeah, he looks like he's never been.
I'm sure people feel
handled
that way about
roughly.
me, but like, you could, yeah.
I know you worked bar back. This guy's fucking lifting kegs and shit,
Yeah.
trying to without tips. You know, they're not tipping out. But yeah, what would you say?
Just give him a firm handshake. Be like your movies.
Okay, he's standing next to you.
Would you ask DiCaprio if
so
that's
you,
it?
You'd
That's all you'd
extend
say?
the hand like that?
You wouldn't ask him if
You
he
wouldn't
likes
say
black
anything.
people?
What?
You wouldn't ask him if he likes black people? I would
would
ask him
I?
something racial, maybe.
Why would you do that?
Just to throw him on the spot.
Okay, and you,
See
what
his
would you do?
improv's like.
Situation, he comes in.
If I just
And then
saw
he's like, you like
DiCaprio-
black people?
So you were gonna put
That
your
would
hand
be
out like I'm a
crazy.
fan of your work.
That's
Imagine
what I do
I
whenever
asked
I
him
meet
that.
anybody famous and they're like cool and I'm not bugging them. I give them a firm handshake. I'm like,
How
like your
firm
stuff.
we talking?
But you know what I've learned? People
Firm.
touch people's hands all the time. They don't like that.
That's
I
what-
do a
if-
fist bump.
Whatever, fist bump, handshake, whatever it is.
I'm like, hey, yo, D. And then I think being as a black guy and trying to, not be all up in your shit and just connect, I think they'd appreciate that.
I would, if it was real and I wasn't trying to be, I would maybe try to make them laugh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They probably hate that though.
Well, no, I'm good at it.
So what would you say? You're in second.
I don't know. I need to be in the
They
moment.
come in, they're wearing a leather jacket, a hat, low, and sunglasses, trying to avoid any sort of communication with anyone. And maybe shorts.
Oh, you know what, Bob? I would probably try to say.
Yeah.
Maybe just like the gayest thing possible. Hi. I ain't fucking none of these bitches tonight. He's like, what'd you say? Oh, nothing. Good. I love you. Loved you in Troy. He's like, what?
So you just say something random so that you get a
doesn't
question out of them?
Yeah, it doesn't even apply. She's like,
Just to feel
or
seen.
like if you saw Leonardo DiCaprio wearing like leather pants and you're just in the elevator and you're like, yeah, my dick would sweat nose.
Anybody else hard in here?
You take out your phone.
Brad Pitt comes in. What do you say now?
Same thing.
Oh
Same
no. If
generic.
Brad Pitt comes in, I'd be like, yo, who did
Brad Pitt's
If-
a bro, so I'd be
Yeah.
like, yo, big fan.
If it was Brad Pitt,
It
I'd be
always
like,
goes out to fist bump, but what do you say before it? Minimal words. Hey, big fan.
if I was Brad Pitt, I would legit be like, yo, if you could hit it one more time, Jennifer Aniston or Angelina Jolie.
He's like, Jolie, because those lips don't quit, playboy. I hit him with a salt and battery, baby. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I would ask him. If it was Ben Affleck, I would be like, why are you so sad, dude? That's what I would ask Ben.
If it was Ben Affleck, I wouldn't even say anything. Literally wouldn't say. I'm like, oh. In my head, I'd be like, oh shit, Ben Affleck.
I like the
couldn't
town.
even be like, big fan, because it would be kind of like fake.
What?
I am a fan, but it's not like not the type to engage with him.
Well, I would engage with that.
Dude,
if sure, dude.
If it was
Ben
Samuel
Affleck?
Jackson, I would literally be like, yo, I'm an actor. I'm doing everything I can. It's tough. I'm not booking shit. And then I'll just, whatever he says, it doesn't matter what he says. You got to keep going. Or what it's going to be like, hey, it's always like that at the beginning. Just keep at it. Or whatever the fuck they say. Or Morgan Freeman, the exact same thing. I would actually be like, put myself out a little bit, be vulnerable a little bit. But like Matt Damon, I would say nothing.
What do you mean?
Ben Affleck, I would say
You'd say
nothing.
nothing for Matt Damon?
No, I'm fans of him, but not to the point of engaging.
God damn it.
Not be like, if
I was-
Matt Damon, hey, big fan, Matt Damon.
Yeah, just keep it simple.
I wouldn't even talk about the work. I would just fuck with him. With like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, 10 seconds in an elevator. You can't not.
Wesley
you-
Snipes, I would be like, I hate Texas too.
Yeah, exactly. Wesley Snipes like, yo, fucking. They're fucking with me too, brother.
I got some candles. I've been waiting to burn them goddamn bitches.
Michael Jordan.
What do you say to Michael Jordan?
I'd be like, yo, dude, last dance, dude. Last dance, dude. He's like, for these people probably two now. They're literally gods amongst men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So could you imagine 30 years of just everywhere you go, someone, whenever they see you, they start doing math of what to say.
Yeah. That's
Just-
why I keep it like, because I know
Keep
like
it simple.
Just keep it simple. Like I'm not trying to.
Well, you're
bother
also
them.
never going to be in a situation like those people don't
Yeah,
roll privately.
I ran into Michael Bisping.
Maybe
in
in
the washroom one
an
time.
elevator.
You ran into Bisping?
Yeah.
Where?
Is Bisping the one who talks like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's a great talker. Yeah.
British champion.
Oh, that guy's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blind,
it's hilarious. Yeah, he's fucking hilarious too.
This was at like a gaming convention, and like he was a sponsor for something, and I was in the washroom, like at the urinal, and then he like walks in, and I look over like, yo, this is Bisping.
Yeah.
And then he walks out, and then I didn't see him again. But I'm like,
Did you move over a urinal like big fan?
Yeah, you just like
big fan.
pee all over the wall.
just look.
Like, holy shit.
Oh no! If a pro fighter came in who was a urinal, I would not be able to pee until he's done and left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give me my manhood.
Imagine you get a proper stream going. You're a thug if you can do that, bro. You're ready for prison, bro. Salute to you.
Salute.
This
to you all.
episode comes out Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Montreal come out tomorrow, March 30th at the Improv Montreal. Shows at 9, I believe. Come out. Tickets at abbaswahab.com. See you there. Till next time.
See ya.
Peace.